Scott, thank you for joining us. Another tough test to come this weekend as we travel to Bradford. Can I get your thoughts ahead of that game?
Yeah, it's a game we're going to really embrace. We've done well away from home. Picked up some valuable points over the Christmas period. So, Colchester away and Gillingham away. And, albeit we didn't get what we deserved probably from the MK Dons game, but we performed really well. So we're really embracing these away journeys now, And of course, the players are really looking forward to this one because it's a big stadium, a nice place to play. There'll be a big crowd. It's a game we're really looking forward to.
Some sort of normality playing on a Saturday again. It feels like it's been a while since that, and I suppose you could say that the festive period has come to an end, or is certainly coming to an end. When you looked at it, obviously at the start, would you have taken the amount of points that you've taken out of it now? And, especially considering we've got a couple of wins on the road.
I always want more, Sam. Always want more. But no, I suppose we've got to be pleased with the work we've done over the Christmas period, and we played some tough sides as well. Let's not forget that. And like I say, we didn't get anything from the MK Dons game, but probably arguably you would say that maybe that was the best performance out of all of them. And we didn't get anything from. So no, we're pleased with what we've done, and it's now time to knuckle down and keep going.
It certainly doesn't get any easier with the trip to Bradford. We've already played against Graham Alexander's side this season, but obviously different opposition in MK Dons, so we know what sort of football he's going to play. It's a little bit like us, isn't it? It's nice to sort of attacking football, so it should make for another good game.
It should do, yeah. Now, Graham's a really good friend of mine for a start. I've known Graham a long, long time. We grew up together in youth football and, started our careers together sort of thing, and he went on an unbelievable career and I didn't. But no, Graham's somebody I've got a lot of respect for. He's been a really good manager and he's done a fantastic job there at Bradford. I think they lost their last game, but before then, I think they went 8 unbeaten and probably 6 of them were wins. So he's got them really rocking and rolling there now, and it's like I say, a tough place to go. And I know Graham's teams are really hard working and they've got certain kind of movements. They run hard from midfield. They've obviously got a real attacking threat in Cookie. So we know it's going to be a tough game, but we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I suppose it's just brilliant that we can take some proper momentum into it. Obviously the win on Monday against Swindon, and also the away performances as well have been really good. So it must feel good to sort of be taking, that momentum into these games. And, Crawley got a great record against Bradford overall. Obviously we beat them the first day of the season as well. So these are all sort of positives you can take into a fixture like this, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly right. We're in a good place. I feel that we're riding high with confidence. We're playing well. We're winning. We're winning the games and we're doing well, and we're playing some good football and the confidence is really high and the players seem to have the bit between their teeth. We debriefed the game from Monday, and the reaction from the players has been brilliant in training, but no, we're in a good place at the moment.
Slightly more time to prepare than we've had in the last couple of weeks. It might only be a couple of days more, but I suppose that can make all the difference, can't it? It must be nice to sort of be getting back to some sort of normality, although the fixtures are, going to keep coming thick and fast. We've obviously got Peterborough next Wednesday, so I suppose that's always something you've got to think about as well.
Yeah, it's a tough schedule still, so we're not out of the woods yet, but we've prepared the players accordingly. We give them a bit of downtime as well. I think that's important, especially after coming out of a thick run of fixtures like we've had. So the players, have had a little bit of rest and recovery, and now they're, working on the preparation for what's going to be a tough game on Saturday.
Yeah, you mentioned obviously Bradford, big stadium, lots of home fans, but we're hoping we'll take a good contingent up of away supporters, and we've it's obviously, as we spoke about, it's felt good to reward them with some points on the road, and they can make a big difference in a big stadium like that, can't they?
They can, yeah, and they have done before. At MK, big stadium. I thought they made the difference. They made the atmosphere for me, so no reason why they can't do that again at Bradford. So yeah, we're looking forward to walking out and seeing them.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Scott, when obviously you played Bradford first game of the season, different manager now. When you've been doing your tactical stuff with them this week, have you noticed a marked difference in change of style and tactics from that first game?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think there's definitely a difference. Like I say, Graham's got them playing. He's got them really at it, and it's going to be a tough game. They've got that attacking threat in Cookie. He's a handful. They have an uncompromising way of playing. They'll put balls forward. They'll ask questions of your defence. They'll make runs from midfield. They're aggressive in the way they play, which is how Graham was as a player as well. So no different. So we know it's going to be a really tough game. You know, Graham's teams are always tough to play against, always really, really tough. Workman-like, you know, hard teams to play against, but also on the flip side of that, he's got some really good players there who can play and can pass the ball as well. So we know it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, and with the big stadium, we talked about the ground. Do you have to prepare the players in any different way? Not obviously tactically, but just sort of mentality-wise for that, or does it just motivate them?
No, I think that the best way of dealing with that is not to mention it and just to get on with it. It's part of the job. You know, it's part of what they do, what they're paid for is to play in front of big crowds in big stadiums. It's what, you know, it's normal. You know, it's normal for them. You know, the big stadium and the nice stadium and the nice floodlights and that doesn't win the game for Bradford. You know, for me, it's about what we do on the actual grass and how we prepare the team to attack what's going to be a tough side in Bradford.
And also, sort of along similar lines, 8 games now Crawley have played Bradford and haven't lost, 1-5, drawn 3.
Pressure's on then.
Yeah, pressure's on. But is that something you can use with your players, or again, is it something you don't mention?
No, not at all. Every game's different. You know, you could play the same team against the same team, same personnel, on the same pitch, under the same, you know, conditions 100 times, and not one game will be the same as the next. Every game's different. So no, we won't be taking any notice of that. We've just got to make sure that we prepare properly, which we are doing. We get up there, you know, and we attack the game like we want to attack it.
Yeah, do I understand you might be training at St George's Park tomorrow? No.
Loughborough University.
Loughborough University,
yeah.
Okay. Is it not, how nice is it to have those sort of facilities to go up and train on the day before? And that?
Yeah, really nice. I mean, Loughborough's probably a really good one for us because it really breaks the journey up. You know, it's probably, I would say, not far off halfway. So it breaks the journey up nicely, and we can get the training into the lads and get the information into them, and then get back on the coach and get up there in time for their dinner, and then settle into the hotel for the evening.
And updates on players. Liam Kelly missed Monday, and Ben Gladwin. Can we have any updates on that?
Yeah, so Ben Gladwin will be a no for this weekend, and Liam Kelly will be a maybe for this weekend.
Yeah, and we're into the second half of the season now. When you look at the table, League 2 table, is it where, apart from Crawley not being high as you want them to be, is it sort of where you thought it would be, or do you think there are teams that are overachieving, underachieving?
I think there's teams overachieving for sure, definitely, you know, and I think there's teams underachieving on the flip side of that. I wouldn't want to name names on that, but you know, I think you look at Barra have done fantastically well, even Crewe have done fantastically well, you know, and ourselves I think have done brilliantly well. But no, I'm pleased about where we are, and I think it's probably where we want to be, around that. Obviously not where we want to be. We want to be top of the league, but I don't want to be too greedy. But no, we're in a great position, and we want to kind of maintain that and keep chipping away, picking points up, you know, home and away, and keep winning games and playing the style of football that we're playing. I think that's important, that we have that identity, and we never come away from that.
Yeah, and transfer window. I know you said there might not be anything happening very quickly. But how are the conversations going with the owners? Are they backing you in what you want coming up in January? Yeah,
that we've had some really, really positive conversations, certainly in the last 24, 48 hours. So, you know, I've been spending a lot of time looking at players and getting my shopping list out. Sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, there's a lot of moving parts just to sign one player. You know, it's not just as easy as picking the phone up and saying we want that one and go and get it. You know, there's a lot of moving parts to signing one player. So. Yeah, but they're definitely backing me for sure.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.